We all good? All right,
I
let's
consent.
start. I consent. Okay. All right. So welcome to class, everyone. Today we're gonna learn about conversion factor, and you'll find out what that is later. So if you can hear me, just give me a reaction right now. We're just doing like, a technology check. So okay, I see Freddie. I see Danny. I see Trish. JV, are you okay? I see JV. Okay. Okay, we ready to go on. All right. So let's begin with swimming pool problem, right? So my friend called me to build a swimming pool, and he asked, "Can you build a 120 by 80 small swimming pool for me, please?" So I went ahead and built one, right? So this is what it looks like. But then my pool turned out to be too small. But then I'm sure that I built a 120 by an 80 pool. So what do you guys think went wrong? On your Pear Deck, you should see a text box where you can type your answers. So just, think about some possible mistakes that I made or he made or my friend made, right? So whatever you think went wrong in here, why did the pool turn out too small, right? So put your response there, and then let me share my screen. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oops. All right, I see 2 of 4 responses. Still waiting for 2 more. You don't have to type a paragraph, just, simple short sentences should be fine. All right, everybody answer. So now let me look through them. You didn't calculate the border width of the pool. The edges. Okay. No specification of units. Sorry. Okay, good. Probably multiply 120 by 80 and forgot the other sides. Okay, so this is similar to the edges one. And then somebody deleted their response. But yeah, it seems like you guys have pretty interesting ideas about what went wrong in the problem. So okay, that's a good checkup for now, and we could move on. All right, so now I have a fun little lab for you guys. Don't worry, it's not like you don't have to write a report or anything. It's just a small, fun little lab that you're gonna do on measurements. So if you guys could please click on this link right here that says measurement lab, and it should take you to the Jamboard, right? And then after you go to the Jamboard, go back to Zoom, please, and then watch my screen, but don't close the Jamboard because you're gonna need that to do the lab. All right. So can everyone see my screen? Hold up. Okay. So let's see. Okay, I see all 4 of you guys on there. All right. So now, okay, let's just use this one. Since we only have 4 people, you guys are only doing 2 sets of slides. So, okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your slide. There, each of you, and you're gonna work in pairs. Each of the group is gonna work on 2 slides. This and that, right? There's a set of multiple slides in here, so each group is gonna have work with a partner. All right. So what you do is you can only drag the object around, right? So don't change the size like this, right? And don't change the rotation by like moving this, right? So make sure you just drag it around, and then to measure it, you put it on the ruler, right? So say you want to measure in centimeters, it's gonna be the top ruler. And then I'm pretty sure you guys know how to make measurements of a ruler, right? If you don't, then you kind of just estimate. I want you guys to estimate to the nearest tenth. So that means one place after the decimal, right? So this is about like what, 7.8.9, right? So just kind of eyeball it, right? Doesn't need to be that precise. And then you're gonna repeat the same thing, but for inch, right? So it's just right below. So just move the object, don't move the ruler though, right? Because that's gonna mess up your measurement. So yeah, so that's what you do. And after each measurement, you guys gonna go to the table, which is before your slide that have the objects, right? and then it's gonna list out the name of the object. So let's say I was measuring the iPhone, right? So let's say you measure the iPhone, and then you're gonna go back here, and then in whatever you measure in inch, you're gonna double click, and then you can highlight this and change it to like whatever, like 8.7 or something, right? So that's that. Let me just retype this. All right. And then repeat the same thing for centimeters, right? So you guys are gonna do that, and there's gonna be 6 objects, 3 on each slide, and you're gonna complete the table. All right. Okay, so group 1, you guys are gonna put into breakout rooms, right? I'm gonna put you guys in breakout rooms. So group 1, it's only gonna be 2 groups since we only have 4 people. So group 1 is gonna do slide 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then group 2 do slide 4, 5, and 6, right? So slide 4 would be just the table, and then 5 and 6 would be the actual objects, right? So don't forget to complete your table. All right. And then, so this is a fun little thing. So the person whose birthday is closer to today is March 7, right? So if your birthday is closer to today, you will be the measurer, the one taking the measurement, right? And the other person would be the recorder, the one typing in the numbers that you guys measure. And you will have 20 minutes to do this. If you guys finish early, I might cut it down to 10 minutes, but yeah. Any questions before we start? No? Okay. Danny? Danny had a question.
No questions. Sorry.
Yes. Oh, okay. All right. So if everyone is ready, let me put you guys in breakout rooms. Wait, Trish has a question.
Are we allowed to talk?
Yes, of course. You could talk anytime.
Okay.
If I make a mistake anywhere, just feel free to interject. Wait, hold up. How do I make breakout
So
rooms?
who's in what group?
Hold up, I'm trying to figure out that.
Are the
right
breakout
now.
rooms random or are you gonna assign?
Should be random. Hold up, let me stop sharing real quick. And then breakout rooms. 2 breakout rooms assign automatically. All right. Okay, so you should see if asking you to join. So go ahead and join your breakout rooms. All right. Let me share screen again.
We're group 1, right?
Yeah, we're group 1.
Hello.
Hey Tom.
Hello, Tuan.
Are the breakout rooms recorded too, or
I
No,
think
they are.
so.
they are?
Yeah, there's a recording
Yeah,
thing at
I
the top.
think so.
Dope.
All right, so
Okay.
you guys are working on slides 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see
Yeah,
you
1, 2,
guys
3.
on that.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, Danny will just tell me and I'll record.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so I'll be
right.
recording. I'll be measuring the pencil first.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
In inches?
In centimeters first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I see it as 14.1 centimeters.
All right. Let me repeat that. 14.1.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And for inches, about 5.9 inches.
5.9 inches.
Okay.
All right.
Very good teamwork.
Okay.
So as you're recording, I want you to think about how much bigger is or how much smaller is one measurement compared to others, the other one.
In
like, is
terms
it like-
of inches to centimeters, or like object to object?
Just comparing them, which one's bigger, which one is smaller. Or think if you could, like 2 times, double, 3 times, triple,
Oh, okay, got it.
quadruple, you know,
Okay.
just think about that, right? Which one's bigger, which one's smaller. So we're gonna talk about that later. But good job so far. I'll come back and check in with you
Okay.
guys later.
So in terms of quantity, centimeters
Yes.
is
Yes.
at least almost 3 times. No,
Ooh,
about twice.
Okay. Okay. So I see
Twice the length of
already.
inches.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You can go on to the next one, Danny.
Okay. So I'll be
Good
moving on to the
observation.
eraser now.
Okay.
This will be about 6.5,
All right, you guys keep working. I'm gonna go to the other room.
6.4. I'm gonna say
Oh, hello.
Oh,
How are we doing here?
hello.
Professor.
We're almost done.
Professor, what the
We're almost done.
Mister.
We're
Oh,
almost
done. Wow. Got a few rock stars here.
Thank you. I am a
So
star.
yeah, I see you guys have already measured.
We
a lot
did
of
it.
them. Wow, very quick. A lot quicker than the other group. Good job, good job.
Girls
So,
do it best.
what do you
True.
guys notice about the measurements? Like how much is one bigger than the other, or how much is one smaller than the other? Right? Any observations or any things you notice?
This scale does not seem accurate. to
Accurate.
a lot of-
There was a ladybug that was 1.4 inches big, which was almost half the size of the
True,
pizza.
true.
slice.
Yeah, because yeah, I try to fit more onto the same page, but then so I gotta scale down. So this is not drawn to scale or pictures
Yes,
to scale.
the scale. Yes.
Just as an example, I should have put like I don't know.
Not drawn to
something
scale.
else.
Not drawn to scale.
So yeah. Oh, I saw you guys measure the ladybug. Would you guys care to explain how you did that? Because there isn't like a
So
length.
there was something wrong with the ladybug. It was between it was between
We had to run.
1.4 inches and 1.4 1.5
Ooh.
inches. So we had
Ooh,
to
okay.
estimate.
Good,
See,
But
good.
technically
we
Yeah.
measured.
It should technically be
width.
1.35, but because of rounding, it goes up to 1.4.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we do that a lot in science classes and math classes. But good job
Okay.
doing the measurements. How did you exactly measure it though? Because it's round, there isn't like a length
You go
to it.
body.
Uh-huh.
Really.
So did you go from like one end of the body to the other end? Like the
Yes.
longest thing. Okay, yeah. And like I said here, one end to the farthest end. So good job on that. So you guys pretty much finished. If you guys want to move on to the next 3 slides, you're welcome to. But let's see this.
Want us to?
I mean, yeah, you guys didn't need much time on this.
Okay,
I
we'll do it.
expected
We'll
I
do it
expected
for
you guys
you.
to. Okay. You don't have to
Okay.
now. You don't
I'm
have to
doing
now.
it. I
Okay,
did
if,
it.
if you guys want
My
to
partner
do it,
can
go
do
ahead.
it. My partner can do it. I'm multitasking right now.
Yeah, I'll do
All
it.
right, all right. I'll check on the other group. You guys, you guys
Goodbye,
are very
Professor.
quick. Don't
Bye-bye,
call me professor. I don't have a credential.
Goodbye,
All right.
teacher.
All right. Good job.
all right. This one's like
Oh, guess almost done now, huh?
Yeah, I'm
yes, we're in the book.
You guys make a mistake on pencil sharpener. Do you guys happen to measure both of those in centimeters, or was that just a typo?
where at? I don't think I messed up. Oh,
Pencil sharpener.
type-
Oh,
That's
Oh,
a
it's just
typo.
you just
That's
typoed
on me.
there. Okay,
That's on me.
no problem.
I apologize, Danny. All your
Wow,
hard
last
work.
item already.
It's-
You
it's
guys
okay.
you
Yeah,
guys
we're
are
speed
very
run.
quick. The other
Yeah.
group was actually very, very quick too. They're quicker
Oh.
than you guys.
Oh,
They
What?
already
What?
they wanted to do the
Oh,
the third set already.
how dare they?
well,
Yeah.
you see, the thing is,
We are very meticulous in our.
yeah, we're trying our best to
Yeah.
get the exact number.
Ooh, good job. Yeah, you guys are made to be scientists, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
so
actually a science major. Yeah, you're right.
so we noticed that like Freddie said before, the centimeter is about like 2 times, a little bit bigger than 2 times more than the inches, right?
Yeah, about 2.5 times.
Okay, so that's a good estimation.
And
You
the book
guys,
then.
both groups finished very early than I expected, so I guess we just come back in like 10 minutes.
Oh,
It's,
10
o-
minutes?
it's only been 5 minutes, so I guess another 5 minutes if you guys need it. If you don't, then we could just end it
Okay.
right here. All right,
And then, no, messed up.
Okay,
you guys
the
are pretty
book,
much done.
13 centimeters. Yes.
Okay.
And about 5.1 inches.
5.1 inches. Dope. Got it.
Okay, we're done.
We're done. Yay.
Just hold on a sec. I'll tell the other group.
Okay.
Good job.
What?
Oh, I see that you guys are pretty much done
One-
with the third one.
1.8, 1.8, 1.8, 0.75, 1.8, 0.75, 1.8.
Oh,
Hello.
you guys are very quick.
Ah!
The other group
point.
just finished their first set, but you guys are already almost done with the
How-
second set.
We're done.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what did you notice about like the measurements in terms of centimeters and inches? How do they compare? Is one bigger than the other, and if so, by how much?
Centimeters well, they're not bigger,
Mhm.
but numerically,
Okay.
they're bigger.
Numerically, okay. Wow,
Okay,
good,
because
good,
the scale.
good observation. I see.
Thank
So-
you.
Were you able to like, is it 2 times bigger, 3 times bigger? What's your like prediction?
2.54 times bigger.
2.5. Wow, very specific. I see. Okay, so since everyone's done, I'm gonna just call everyone back.
Eat us back, please, Professor.
Okay, all right. Hey, let's wait for the other group to get back. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. If you can, everybody please go back to the Pear Deck. Okay, and give me a reaction if you're in the Pear Deck. Nice, nice. Trish, Danny. Freddie. Jaylee, are you back at the Pear Deck? Okay. All right. So we're gonna discuss. So, I mean, we kind of already did this while I was visiting, but the recorder of each room, what do you get for each measurement in the table? And you can just share out loud or just so I could double check if you guys are right, okay? And the measurer, while the recorder is answering or telling me their data, you should think about how much bigger are your measurement in centimeters compared to the inches, like 2 times, 3 times, So just think about that. Sorry. All right. So group 1, who was the recorder of group 1?
I was a recorder.
Okay. So would you like to share?
Yeah. So what we
Need
discussed
a-
about, oh, sorry, cut you off.
Okay.
So what we
Cool.
discussed about was when looking at our objects, we noticed that in terms of quantitative numbers, like the numbers, we saw that inches were
Mhm.
usually smaller than centimeters, and it was by like a rate of like, I don't know, 2.6 or something like that.
Mhm.
Not quite double, but almost there. So yeah, in every case, the inches were half of the centimeters, or about half.
I see. Good thinking, good observation. And then, yeah, I can just check your measurements real quick. Looks about right. Okay. Did I make a mistake here? Probably. 14.1.
Yeah, we were very meticulous. Danny's a very good note taker, so no mistakes in this group.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah, I actually the plan I had, I actually changed a picture of the pencil and then I forgot to change the answer key, so that's why it's different. But I'm pretty sure you guys got it right. I trust you guys. Wait, hold up. Okay. All right. How about group 2?
Okay,
What's the
so
recorder?
I recorded, and I mean, same as group 1.
Mhm.
The inches and centimeters are different numerically. Inches are a smaller number value,
Mhm.
but I mean, technically they're the same size. It's probably like
Mm.
about 2.5 times the size from inches to centimeters.
I see. Good observation. Okay. For your rocket ship, let's see. Did I make a mistake? Let's see. Because my answer key showed that. Maybe I made that. Maybe I made a mistake. 8.6. It's about 8.6, right? So Trish, could you double check on your rocket? Because
Yes,
I think
I will.
yeah.
Double check.
It's because they went too fast, teacher.
Yes, you went too fast.
I told you.
Yeah.
Good job,
But it's
Dan.
okay. You guys did a good job on the. You guys actually finished the third set. So let me just check that real quick too.
I think we just mistyped. We put a 9 instead of an 8.
I see.
Yes.
No worries. This thing keep popping up. Okay. All right. Looks about right. Everything looks good. Let's see. Yeah, so originally I planned to have you guys share out loud, but then like since you guys already typed it in here, I'll just check for myself. All right, so now let's move on to. So we already discussed that. Okay, so now take out a calculator, and if you don't have one, you can just go on Google, search up calculator, right? Or if you want to challenge yourself, you could do it in your head. Okay, so now go back to the Jamboard. It's the same Jamboard. And then choose a random object. It could be the one that you didn't do. Like group 1 can choose some of group 2 or even the third set, right? And then group 2 could choose some of group 1, right? Now I want you guys to divide your measurement in centimeters by your measurement in inches, right? So let's say I picked the watch, right? The watch was 13.3 centimeters. And then in inch, it was 4 centimeters. 4 inches, right? So now I want you to divide the centimeters by the inch. So 10.3 divided by 4, right? So just pick a random object, any objects you want. If you want to do more than one, that's fine, right? So please do that. And then I'll just take a minute or so. You don't have to go into breakout rooms, right? Just do it here and see what you get. I'll ask each person what their object was and what they got their division to be. Okay, so just take like a minute to do your division. Set my timer. You can do more than one object if you want to. Okay. All right, 30 seconds left. So if you want to make more measurement, go for it. Okay, so let's see who's the victim. Who's the first victim? Trish. what object did you choose, and what was your division? Come on.
Okay, so I chose the shoe,
The shoe.
and so I divided 9.5 centimeters by 3.7 inches, and I got 2.57 approximately.
Approximately 2.57. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Next victim. Freddie, which object did you choose and what did you get for your division?
Yeah, I chose the phone because we didn't have that one in our group. And so I divided 8 centimeters divided by 3.1 inches, and I got roughly around 2.54.
2.54. So Trish was 2.57 and Freddie's was 2.54. Pretty similar, huh? Okay, so next person, Jaylee. Which object did you choose and what did you get as your division?
I chose the glasses. So I
Glasses.
divided 8.8 by 3.5 and I got about 2.51.
Ooh, 2.51. So we're getting 2.57, 2.54, 2.51. Really close together, right? So we could say about 2.5. And lastly, Danny, what did you choose and what did you get?
So I chose the UCI Anteater.
Ooh.
So I divided 10.6 by 4.2 and I got 2.52.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we all see that, you know, is if we divide the centimeters measurement by the inch measurement, we get about 2.5, sometimes 2.57, sometimes 2.54, sometimes 2.52, even 2.51, you know, just around 2.5, right? So, okay, we already did that. Okay, everyone else got about the same number. Okay, so what do you think this number means? Why did we get the same number? And you know, if we get the same number, does that mean it's important? What do you think this number means? You don't have to just, you know, guess if you want to.
It is just a means of converting units so that,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
just one object, you can get different units for it. It's just the
Mhm.
same size. So yeah, it's just a
Mhm.
means of converting.
Right. So like Trish said, is if we get the same number, then that means it's, you know, it's something is staying constant, right? Something is not changing. And like she said, even before we did the lab or before we shared, before we did the division, she said that you know, it's not necessarily bigger or smaller. It's just numerically it's bigger or smaller, right? The unit itself is still the same. Okay, so yeah, like Trish said, if you think of this, if I can annotate it, let's hold up. Can I annotate this? I don't think so. Oops. But if you think of this like a fraction, right? Because when you're dividing, you're basically doing a fraction. And what do you think goes on the top of a fraction? Anyone can just jump in. Right? If we're dividing centimeters by inch, what do you think goes on top?
The centimeters.
Right? Okay. And what goes on the bottom? Of course, the inch, right? So when you divide it, you get a whole number, right? You get a number, not a whole number, but a number, an integer. Is it called an integer? Hold up. Yeah, a number, right? And it's if you put it over 1, then that means it's that divided by 1. And keep in mind you have centimeters on top and inches on the bottom, right? So 2.5 over 1. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, so now we kind of already touched on this, so let's just write this down in your notebook, but you know, just virtual notebook. The conversion factor is the number that takes one unit of measurement and turn it into another unit of measurement. And like we already discovered, the conversion factor between inches and centimeters is that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, or 1 centimeters is equal to 0.39 inches, right? So this, the highlighted version is what we discovered. But you know, you could use 1 centimeter equals to 0.39 inches. It's the same thing, right? So if I just go back to the Jamboard real quick, some of you maybe already noticed this, but the ruler, right? If you just measure, quote unquote measure, if you put like, if you kind of like eyeball it, right? 1 inch, and then you go up, if you can see my mouse, everybody you can see my screen, right? Right, if you go up, it's about 2.5, right? 1 inch is about 2.54 centimeters. So that matches what we say, right? And then 1 centimeter, if you go down here, so it's about like 0.4, right? 0.4 inches, right? So if you, that's one thing that you maybe notice, maybe not, but it's fine. So now we know that the conversion factor is something that takes a number and turn it into number in the 1 unit of measurement and then turn it into another. right? So now let's do some example. Did it cut out for you? Okay. So I have like a dollar bill here, and you guys probably already did the dollar bill somewhere in the Jamboard, but we're gonna do it again. Okay, so now I know the length is 15 centimeters, and the width is 2.5 inches. So now I want the odd group. So in here is only group 1, right? Yeah. What is the length in inches? And for the even groups, I want you to find the width in centimeters. Right? Do you guys know how to convert? We shall see, right? Okay. So I'm gonna give you guys about, I say 2 minutes. I think that should be enough. You guys finished the lab in like 5 minutes. So 2 minutes should be fine. And this time, let's see. The shorter person will have to share when we come back. All right, so no hate, but okay, I'm gonna open all the rooms again. And no, you're not targeted. It was in my lesson plan. All right, have fun.
Okay, so we
Alright.
got that. Freddie, we said it's like 15 times 2.5, right?
No,
That's
0.39.
multiplication, okay. Okay.
0.39, but we're converting centimeters into inches.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I apologize. You're right.
Right.
Yeah,
So you gotta be careful of which one you choose, right?
Yeah.
Either you divide or you multiply.
Oh wait, no, you're right. It's dividing. It's
So a
dividing.
good way to do this is to write out an actual equation, right? Since you're solving for x, right? So there's multiple ways to do this, and I feel like the easiest way is just to do fractions. Like I said before, if 2.54 is centimeters, right? And then it's over 1 inch. So you could think of the units as canceling out. So if you want to, like in this case, you guys are doing length. So you guys converting centimeters to inch. So where are you guys planning to divide or multiply?
I think we should divide, Danny. Hold up. Let me write
Yeah,
this
we
down.
should divide.
I'm a visual learner. How many inches are in a centimeter again?
2.54.
2.54.
I got roughly 5.91.
Yeah, 4.9.
0.91 inches.
Okay, okay. All right, I'm gonna check on the other group. See if that's right. Hello, hello.
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 So what was the process? What was your process in finding the conversion?
We multiplied the width by 2.54
Uh-huh.
and we got 6.35 centimeters.
Why did
Yep.
you multiply instead of dividing? Because the other
Well-
group said to divide.
Yes, because earlier when you made us divide the centimeters by inches, then we were dividing to go backwards. But now we're doing the reverse.
I see. Good observation. Good observation. The other group actually didn't mention this. I entered toward this. Wow, you guys are rock stars. All right, so
Thank you.
they're done too. So let's just go back to the main room. Again. Okay. Everyone's back? Yep, everyone's back. So I already asked you during the groups, but just to once again, what was what did you guys get for your answer? For the odd group, which was Freddie and Danny, what was your length in inches?
Yeah, I'm taller than Danny, so Danny's gonna give the answer.
Okay, so So what we did was we're given centimeters. So in 1 inch, it's about 2.54 centimeters. So what we did was
Mhm.
just took 15 centimeters divided by 2.54 centimeters to find the inches, and we got about 5.91 inches.
Okay. Yeah. Good. That matches what I had. So for Trish and Jaylee, what did you guys get for width in centimeters?
We got 6.35 centimeters by multiplying the inches by 2.54.
Mhm. And Trish, you actually mentioned why you multiply instead of dividing. Would you like to share with the class?
Okay. Well, earlier we were going from centimeters to inches when you made us do the activity. And
Mhm.
so by doing that, we divided. So to go from inches to centimeters, you have to do the reverse.
Right. So if you guys recall where we did the division, it was going from centimeters to inches. So now if she wants to go from inches to centimeters, she's multiplying, right? So it might get a little confusing sometimes, but just you gotta keep track of what's bigger and what's smaller numerically, right? Because we discussed that they're the same unit of measurement, so they should be the same, right? All right, moving on. So this is like towards the end of our lesson already. Sad. So extending, now we're gonna look back at the swimming pool, right? So now that we are experts at conversion, right? We know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, right? So assuming, right? Let's just assuming that I measured this pool in inches. Would the pool be bigger or smaller, right? So if I measure it in inches, right? Because we don't know yet, right? We don't know if I measure in inch or centimeters, but if I measure in inches, would the pool be bigger or smaller, right? And if you're lost, try converting 120, like we're assuming inch right now. Try converting 120 inch to centimeters and see if you get, if you get a bigger number or a smaller number. That should tell you if it's bigger or smaller, right? So on your Pear Deck, you should see a multiple choice that lets you pick either bigger or smaller. Two of you answered already, so two more people. I wonder why I can't see who actually answered. One more person? All right, everybody answered. Let's see. Bigger, smaller. Oh. Oh. I wonder if I can see who actually answered what. I know there's a way to do that.
They're gonna expose us. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
All right, so three people think it's bigger. One person thinks it's smaller. Okay, so we'll talk about that, why that is. Okay, 4 people think it's bigger. Who's doing this? All right, moving on. This is where we get the actual answer. Okay, so thinking back, right? The problem was that my pool was too small. It was too small. My friend said, "You built such a small pool, I'm not gonna pay you," right? So, what unit do you think I first measured it? What do you think? What unit do you think I first measured my pool in? Because it was too small, right? So what was the problem? What was my unit? Right? Okay. So there should be a multiple choice. See if you guys are able to answer this. So what unit did I measure it in? And it should tell you why I got the pool to be smaller. And it's okay if you don't know, just pick a random answer. I'll go over it in the next slide. So one person still needs to answer. Okay, so 3 people think it's centimeters. 1 person think it's inches. Okay. All right. Okay. Stop changing your answers. Is there a way to lock? This is a learning experiment for me too. Okay, so let's just say 3 people think it's centimeters, 1 person think it's inches. So the question was, is actually Well, I mean, the answer is actually centimeters. I measured this in centimeters, and that's why it turned out to be too small, right? Because we always say 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, but let's just take a while to think about what that means, right? If you have one of something and more, and that's equal to more of something else, right? Then your one thing, it takes more to make up that one thing that you have, right? So it takes up more, more centimeters needed to make up 1 inch. So if I, let me check the chat real quick. Okay. So where was I? So yeah, more centimeters needed to make up 1 inch. So if my pool was too small, then that means I measured in centimeters, right? So let's, as an ending activity, let's just, for real quick, let's just convert 120 centimeters to inches and see you know, what you guys get. All right, let's take like a minute. 120 to 120 centimeters to inches. All right, I'm just gonna pick on a random person. Danny, what did you get?
I got about 47.24 inches.
Right, okay, 47.24 inches. So we know 47.24 inches is 120 centimeters, right? So if, and of course that's less than 120 inches. So if I want the pool to be bigger, I need to measure it in inches. Okay, everybody got that? I know I've been talking for a while, but you guys, you know, you guys crushed the lab. That was awesome. You guys know exactly what to do when we're dividing. So that was also awesome. And yeah, this is pretty much the end of it. Let me end this, right? End session. And then let's stop sharing now. All right. Any last minute question before we adjourn? All right. So next class we will explore solving area, solving, maybe even finding volume when you're given measurements in different units, right? And we will talk about that next week. All right, let me stop recording.